How's everybody doing today? And thank you for taking some of your time to listen at me as I'm trying to get a community conversation going on this great problem that we're all having as fathers. All right, today I'm keeping the conversation going about exposing the bully. And who's the bully? The bully is child support. The bully is any entity that's willing to stand in the way, any person that's willing to stand in the way and prevent fathers from being the first preference when they separate in a relationship with their male children. In the black culture, this is a scourge upon us, and it is helping to promote negative images, and it's helping to keep capitalism alive. The successful effort that's been waged and is continued to be waged at demeaning black fatherhood and what black fatherhood is something that I'm trying to wage a strong campaign against to shine the light on. Hopefully by the end of this year, I will have rallied enough forces, rallied enough people together to where this will be a topic of conversation. Because for me, the other things that I do, they are for views and all these other things. But this platform is to start a revolution. It's to restore fathers' rights. Is to fix a wrong that was intentionally done and that is intentionally continuing to be perpetrated upon us just in the name of profits. All right. So in every culture you think about, the male is accepted to be in charge. When you look at the white culture, the white woman, she don't say, I got to get my bag, I got to get independent and all this kind of thing. No, she accepts that the white man is in charge, okay? And in their culture, they say it. The Japanese, Chinese, any culture you think about, the ladies accept that the men are in charge. It's only in the black culture that the women are the outspoken, loudmouth, in charge people. And that's by design, because the U.S. government is doing that so that they can continue to dominate. Why they hate us so, I don't know. But after all of these years, this is the final straw that we need to fight. I believe this is our final blow at civil rights that will open the door all the way. This is a sneaky effort. Think about this. They have gotten on the back end and figured out a way to eliminate the father out of the child's life by waiting on the couple to split up. And then as soon as the couple split up and they're angry with each other, they step in. They've gone so far now as to make it mandatory where you don't even have a choice. You have to allow them to step in and decide on how this child is going to be provided for. So that's why I'm asking for a petition with all of the men, because this affects every man, and all of the ladies who have fallen for this trick. And now you have had time to think about it, whether you're a mother, a grandmother, and you're going through the consequences of it all, okay? We need you to join forces with us. Get this petition going so that men can get first dibs on their children. We want to revisit the custody laws and say that when a couple separates, the male child will go with the father and the female child will go with the mother. We want to actually change this nurturing thing the way it's accepted. All right. We want to ignore the focus on the way they have it going now, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to promote a broken family unit. And we know that if it takes two people to make a person, it takes two people to raise a person. All right. And I want to, take time to say, hey, listen, I see all you young men out there who are increasing in number with having your children. And I want to say kudos to you. All right. Let's keep it up. But at the same token, I want you to understand why this fight is so important. This fight is so important because the job that you are doing, you are only securing one generation. And the law is willing to lose one generation so that later on down the line, they can have the possibility of capturing all of your generations. So we have to fix this broken law. We have to fix this broken predatory system that is making its revenue off the backs of fathers. Child support is the devil, okay? It is keeping fathers from being able to raise their sons. It is siding with mothers and joining forces and painting a picture that the man made a mistake and the man needs to pay for it. What do you think happens when these children are growing up seeing these men steady being victimized with no justice? What picture are we really trying to paint? Huh? Now look. We can't be henpecked on this situation. I don't want to go to jail. Under no circumstances do I want to go to the correctional facility. Not even to walk through, not even to stand outside of the correctional facility. That's how much I want to be bothered with it. But I realize that this fight that I'm getting on, you got to be willing to face your fears. You understand? Because this is our civil rights calling of our time. As men, as fathers. Okay? We have to rally together. We have to join forces. We have to say no more. As fathers, we want our rights just as mothers have them. We have the ability to nurture. We have the ability to care for. We have the ability to do everything that she can do. Okay? They put milk in cans. All right? So, and they make food. All right? So, there's no such thing as the baby got to have the mother. And there's too many situations with babies growing up with just daddies in their life and turning out just fine. As a matter of fact, all the knowledgeable communities on this subject say that the baby should be with the father, regardless if it's male or female. So, you know, you just have to be willing to say, hey, listen, I'm going to go into entrepreneurship. I'm going to start doing hair. You know, I'm going to go into entrepreneurship. I'm going to start doing lawns. I'm going to start doing roofs. I'm going to start whatever the trade. I'm going to start pressure washing. Whatever it is where you can control your receipts. So that if you, I know they got people that's in a situation where they're constantly pressuring you by taking you to jail, taking you to jail, taking you to jail. So you have a life you try to live, and they realize that by them constantly taking you to jail, they're going to make you lose your job. They're going to make you go homeless. They're going to make you not be able to pay bills. They know what they're doing. So they know that you're going to surrender before you allow yourself to get put in that situation. So if that means that you have to let them rob you for this little money right here, just so you can enjoy your freedom, you will do that. But you know, that's against the law to make debtors jail like that. Okay? And then the law cannot step in and you ain't done nothing wrong and take your rights away. Okay? They can't do it. And because they have is why we have to come together so that we can get this petition going, saying, you know what, that's fine, that's how it was. But this is how we want it to be. From here on, this is how we want it to be. And if we don't do this, all you young men walking with your sons, 2 generations from now, you know, that all that work you put in will be just kicked over and it'll be just spilled milk running down the sidewalk. Because if we don't fix this wrong, if we don't fix this law so that men can start being men, so that men can start having their children and understanding the responsibility of being a parent, the only way that you can understand the responsibility of being a parent is to be a parent. That means you have to be in possession of the child. You cannot be a parent if you see the child a few days a month. No, that's visitation at jail. Okay? Now, I'm doing this because I've hated child support all of my life. all of my life. I'm a man, I'm a father, and I know that I'm an equal parent. And nobody has a right to pass a law that will strip me of my power and prevent me from having my child under my roof. And it's my child because they have ulterior motive down the line. So if you know that the pedophile is trying to groom your daughter, you just gonna, to not get yourself in trouble, you just gonna allow the process to work? Okay? No, you have to be willing to stand up right there and be like, okay, I understand. And from then on, you go into entrepreneurship. You go into entrepreneurship. You understand me? Control your own receipts. Fight back. Join forces. Let's sign this. Let's get a petition going. Let's sign the petition. You understand? Let's make this a national conversation. Help me share this conversation with people. Let's get some shit started. You know what will happen if they allow black fathers to have first custody, be the primary custodial parent for their male children? You know what will happen? Black fathers will destroy America's image of black males. And child support knows this. The Attorney General knows this. The governor knows this. All of the powers that be knows this. The President of the United States knows this. The Surgeon General knows this. Anybody you talk to know that men don't play with boys, and if you allow fathers, if you make the natural order of things where fathers naturally retain their sons, all of this senseless violence going on in these inner cities, all of this need for youth programs and all this other bullshit they come up with because of the problem they create by fighting so hard against the father being able to be established and do his job, all that mess will go away. All that mess will go away. You know, I'm not saying that giving fathers custody of their sons is going to eradicate crime, but it's going to bring it down to a number to where the police force is not going to be necessary to be so damn big. Child support knows this. Those damn dirty ass judges and them damn dirty ass people that make the laws, they know this. The governor knows this. That's why they intentionally make a broken system. That's why they intentionally make a broken family structural unit. Who benefits off this being this way? It's not the families, the ones putting in the time on these meaningless jobs, okay, and buying clothes and food to put on somebody's back for 18 years. The utility company raping and robbing you every month senselessly, all right? Grocery bill running through the roof. You watching all your seasons go away. You're not doing that because you want your child to end up in the correctional facility. But this is why they are trying to help. And so we have to reject child support. We have to reject any entity, any group that's trying to stand in the way of men being full-time fathers to their sons. There is no excuse why a teenage boy and a teenage girl will go out here and have sex and create a baby, and the baby will be on the girl. That's crazy. I can see if it's a female, I will understand. But if it's a male child, how will he ever learn how to be a man? When do we start to create this generation of men that know what it is to be men and can see other men being men and start to establish pride in that? Who benefits from the black women always being in charge in the black culture? Who said it that way? Who's protecting it? Who's brainwashed the men in the black culture, got them running around saying that's them women children? Has anybody told men that their semen is teeming with life and that a lady's egg is dormant until it's fertilized, inseminated? A seed is put in the dirt and covered up to incubate. What's yours is already in you. What's mine is already in me. If I deposit what's me inside of you, it ain't yours. You just holding it. That's a common sense fact. I mean, if we was wrestling because we wanted the female children, I would say that's not fair. We're not going to teach them how to properly take care of themselves in their private areas. We're not experienced in it. We're not going to teach them how to maintain when they're going through their cycle and other things that they go through. So I'm being very realistic in this and saying I understand where the split can happen. Okay, this is 2023. We need to embrace entrepreneurship, controlling our own receipts. We need to start getting a stiff neck towards child support. Okay, we need to sign this petition. We need to form a petition. We need to get this conversation going. Let this go viral. Please help me make this go viral. Help me to attack child support. Help me to bring down the institution of child support and rewrite the rules how children are dispersed. Help me to take the power out of the Attorney General's hands and out of the court system, child support. This is a religious thing. It's found in the Holy Bible. Marriage is found in the Holy Bible. That's where it originates from. You cannot take something from my religious belief and make a law about it. The Constitution clearly tells you you can't do that. So if my religious belief says that the father is the head of the household, and that's what my word and that's I have been taught and everything, now you're going to come along and think that you're going to institute a system that's going to make me go against the word? No. So if you're a Christian and you believe, then join forces with me. Let's get the family structure back in order where it's supposed to be. Father, mother, then children. But the father is the head of the house, not the brick and mortar structure, but the children, the offspring that are produced from the union is what he is in charge of. All you ministers out there, all you leaders out there, you love the Lord. You say you do. Please help me. Dr. King didn't stand behind no pulpit and go, ha. He got out here in the street and got beat and got arrested. Malcolm didn't stand and hide behind no pulpit in no building. I'm not asking you to stop hiding. I'm asking you to share the conversation, to let them know I'm telling the truth, to give me your blessing, to join forces, help this petition get started. You got all them men in your congregation. Those men, those young men are being robbed of fatherhood. How you going to be able to help them do what Proverbs say if they're not fathers, if they're not in possession of their children? How can the church stand back and let the law take some of its tenets, come into its territory, and the church not say nothing? Marriage is an institution ordained by the Creator. Child support goes against the way the Creator made this, built this. If you hear me, if people tell you about me and you're a minister and you choose to still be quiet because you benefiting from this some kind of way, or, I'm going to tell you something. I truly believe in my heart that the black church has made an agreement with the United States government that they will not do anything to try and help the black culture come together and have unity and deal with the issues that's facing them in their communities. And they, like a coward, hide behind, we can't get involved in politics. But they can get involved in taking your money for the light bill, for the water bill, for the gas bill, for the auxiliary, and all other bullshit they got going on. You be up in that fucking building all them years a single mother. Then your child end up in the motherfucking penitentiary. The church knew better the whole time. And they ain't do shit. This is our opportunity. Right now, while I'm on the ground floor, help me. What I'm saying is the truth. You got ministers out there on child support unjustly. Deacons. All type of people. Please, share this conversation. Let's get this fight started. We got a long journey ahead of us. This probably won't make it to the politicians, for another 2-3 years. Right now, it's just a grassroots organization. And I need your support. Thank you. And thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me. This is a worthy cause. We need fathers.